Here's three things about trading that I wish I knew before I got started. What's up? My name's Edgar Allan Doe. I make content on here every single day, specifically around stocks, money, crypto, life, you name it. I probably make content on it. If you don't follow, make sure to drop a follow. Okay, so three things I wish I knew before I started trading. Okay, first one is if you're trading options, you need to take time on your contracts. When I first started trading, I would trade zero DTEs and weeklies all the time. And I thought to myself, because they weren't a lot of money, when I would lose, that it wasn't a big deal. But really, you're paper cutting yourself to death. All of a sudden, then I looked up at my account and I was down 60K. And it took me way longer to get out of that hole than if I would have learned that you can take time on your contracts and it doesn't mean you need to hold them until that date. So, for example, now I've turned into a leaps trader, which means I trade options contracts that have at least 12 months of time. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I still dilly daddle in the day trades and the weeklies and the monthlies and all that kind of stuff. But my main source of trading income is from trading leaps. The extra money is worth the security that comes with the extra amount of time. Don't forget that. Okay, number two, I would get a mentor and take a course way, way sooner. When I first started, I thought I could learn everything on my own. I'm like, I don't need to pay to learn any of this stuff. And it wasn't until I got really serious and I paid for a couple legitimate courses that my trading turned around. Now, I do now offer a course. It's full 12 weeks. We take you from beginner to expert. If you're ever interested, feel free to comment the word course and I'll DM you more details. But you don't need to take mine. There are so many good ones out there. There are so many good mentors available on YouTube, all that kind of stuff. But spend the money, invest in yourself, whether it's taking my course or someone else's. It is absolutely a key part of the trading journey. And last but not least, one of my favorite things, and one of the things I wish I knew before I started trading, the chart makes the news. Y'all, the news does not matter unless the chart is setting up for that direction. Have y'all ever noticed how a stock can double beat, guide up, and the stock will go down? That's because the chart was not ready for upside. Or double miss, guide down, and the stock's up 15% after hours. That is because the chart makes the news. When the chart is set up and ready for a bullish move to the upside, good news will all of a sudden come out of nowhere. When the chart is set up and ready for downside, all of a sudden bad news comes out of nowhere. UNH is a great example. The chart was extremely overextended and ready to come down, and all of a sudden it had a generational run to the bottom. Then when everybody thought it was going to just keep going lower, sub 200, sub 100, all of a sudden the chart, I remember saying it, man, the chart looks really, really good. And from 235 to now, I believe it's in the 370s. The chart, and by the way, there's been no news. There's been no news on UNH since then. Nothing has changed about that stock since it was going to apparently $0. But the chart makes the news. Never forget it.